Good morning, everybody. This is my last day of break. This is Monday, and this was not a scheduled break because originally, but because there's maintenance going on, we get an extra day of break. So here I am. I hauled myself out of bed and stopped at Wild Roots Cafe and got the hibiscus tea, which is hibiscus tea and lemonade mixed. It's so good. And then a monstrous sized cinnamon roll. I love their cinnamon roll so much. And then a blueberry coffee cake. So I have decided that I'm going to get out of bed and get moving at least a little bit. I'm going back to Green Ridge to look for rocks for just a little bit. We had thunderstorms last night, wind and rain, and this is the part of Romney, the CVS or Walgreens that closed. And then there's I always park at not always, but usually park at the pharmacy that closed. I don't know what business it is now, if it is any. And I just walk down there to the cafe because their parking lot is small. And as you know, I'm not the best driver backing up. Haha. Anyway, so we had thunderstorms last night, and now today, instead of being 89, 90 degrees, it's like 72 and overcast. And so I'm gonna go back to Green Ridge and look for rocks for a little bit. I'm trying real hard to not stay in bed every day. So I'm going to pack this back up. This is for later, I hope. I hope I don't eat it all before I even get to Green Ridge. And it's for later. And I will probably show you more along the way. Awesome. Here I am at one of my favorite spots. Cap Point, Green Ridge. The water is way low. Usually at least there's still a little trickle here. So I'm going to look for rocks. I'd love to find a crinoid stem, not just an impression or a segment. But I have no idea if they're here. This is a different part of the park than where I find the crinoid segment imprints. It's a beautiful day. Okay, I'm going to see what I can find. I don't think you can tell by here, but I am finding some very green rocks. I don't know what green rocks here are. There's green rock there mixed with brown or red. Interesting. Is there such a thing as green jasper? I don't know. Can't wait to get these home and wash them off a little better. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next place, but I have never seen so much green in rocks before. So this is red and green. I threw it down and it broke in half, and it's kind of green and red in the middle. This, I think, maybe is petrified wood. I know that we have that listed as something you can find in this region. This, I'm looking for white sparkly rocks. This really isn't sparkly, but it looks banded. Maybe white and green. So I'm interested in that, what that is. Nice one of these striped ones that I showed you from camping the other day. Really big band of that sparkly stuff. So just a lot of red, some banded, a lot of green, and I don't know how to tell jasper. Red jasper is the only red thing I can think of. Some more red and green, some red with that white on the end. Is this the one I picked up? There was one that was had little bitty sparkles all over it. This is very smooth. Oh, compared to sedimentary. Banded, I love the banded rocks we have down here. Another sparkly and black. Bunch of little, when they're wet, they're very green. Sparkly one. So, I did not find any really cool white sparkly like I did at camping. But I found some interesting stuff that I'm going to go try to identify. So that's my first stop. I just pulled up to the other spot. Nice. This is a place, this campsite and another campsite that I would like to, that I wanted to come to, but I thought it was smaller than this. So I would have been able to get out here just in fine with the camper earlier in the week. I thought it was smaller than this. But there's this site on this river, creek, whatever. And then there's another one just down there. I'm whispering because there was a truck parked. And so I don't know if someone's fishing. At that next site, they're not camping. Doesn't look like it. But I'm going to walk down here and hopefully look for rocks. This is so nice. So I'm going to look along here for rocks. Down there's a better place to look for rocks, but that's where the other campsite is, where there's a truck. So I'm going to look around here for a little bit. Next time I come, I'm getting this site if I can. This is awesome. Hey, spot number 2. There's a family down there at the other site that I wanted to go to, but I made out okay here. Some things I don't recognize. A lot more banded things. There's a guy, one time when I showed my banded rock, there's a guy that makes the jewelry out of it. He has the cutting saw and then the, like the sander, the belt sander kind of thing for jewelry. And he makes, what are those things called? Cabochons out of these banded things. Now, I don't know whether it's shale or slate or whatever. But this one's more green. I don't know if you can see it. If the sun is bright enough. This kind of has a greenish blue, shinier hue to it, where some of these others don't. The only thing that shines on some of these others is the white sparkly part. So yeah, quite a few banded things. This one is yellow and much smoother. So this is a different, slightly rock than these others that are shale or slate, I think. So, I don't know. And then I found some that are, like if that wasn't all scuffed up or cloudy or whatever, that's more, I bet a flashlight will shine through that. I keep saying see-through. I don't mean see-through. I mean light will go through. So this is really cool. I don't know what it is, but it's cool. And so I got a couple of those that I think light will shine through. There's part that's like a potato skin covering, but then there's part I think will shine through. And then, of course, more of these black and these kind. But bigger chunks of white. This I thought was a segment. I was so excited. I thought it was a crinoid segment. But then I think it's just those crystals and how those crystals broke out. Darn it. Here comes the truck and I'm talking to myself. Sorry, people are so weird these days and I'm worried about people thinking I'm weird. So I put my camera down when people drive by. This is just kind of a crystal formation, and it reminds me of the inside of a geode, but supposedly we don't have geodes here. So I'm glad I spotted that one. It was only barely up out of the ground. So that's my collection for here. and I'm going to move on. If that's, I don't think that's the truck that was down there, but if it is, I'm going to make a stop down there at the next site. I have to remember next time I went this site, when I bring the camper, there's still tree stumps out there that's probably going to mess me up. I'll end up getting parallel parked between the tree stump and the campfire. But yeah, I like this site, and I think I could get my camper in here. The other one down there, I don't think it's there's some banks on this side, and you have to turn like a 90 degree, and I don't think I can do that. Place number 3, along with a big old spider. Yes, I screamed a little bit. Beautiful spot. I think this is where I found the carnelian one year. Last year, a couple years ago. But there was water in here, so now that there's no water, it's hard to see the difference in the rocks. So I'm just here for a little bit. Go on, big guy. Oh man. One year Warren told me, go all the way down here, go to the curve, and I was too scared. Oh my gosh, isn't that beautiful? Oh, look, Warren, I'm all the way to the curve. This one is not cut in those flat edges, but it's all kinds of sparkly. Look, oh yes. So gorgeous. And so many rocks to look at. I wore myself out, but I'm so glad I went. Oh, that area back around the bend. Warren, you told me however many years it was ago, last year, the year before, to go back around that curve. I didn't. Man, I missed out. It's beautiful back there. So this is what I got. This may or may not be something man-made. It's a really nice curve. So, I don't know. I tried collecting reddish orange rocks because I'm trying to learn how to identify more carnelian. I'm excited about this one. So when I take them home, if the flashlight shines through a little bit orange, reddish orange, then that's what I'm looking for. And I didn't really find anything sparkly. Found it a lot of banded stuff. I showed you this one back there at the curve, I think. This is sparkly. See? Ooh. Pretty. So, a bunch of reds, so I can try to figure out what's carnelian. This one, in the water, I didn't know if it was something like, there's flintstones in chert and things like that. It looked a little different color than it does now. More banded stuff, but not black. Here's a red with a little bit of banded in it. This one was all kinds of sparkly in the water. Black and sparkly. And just different stuff. I'll look at it closer when I get home. This, at first I thought it was a hawk poop or bird poop on it. But no, that is solid on there. So it's white, sparkly, kind of frosted orange. I'm probably going to die. It's probably poison. I'm going to die. So I thought that was interesting. No clue what it is. More banded. More random stuff. Trying to figure out what's calcite, what's quartz, and what's whatever. Sparkles. This stuff in the water looked more blue. So I just grabbed a few. I'll take home and put in the rock spinner tumbler thing. This, I don't know if it was petrified wood. Kind of looks like it, but not. So I don't know. Okay, that's my collection. I'm going home. I'm exhausted. I meant to just get out here and get a little bit of fresh air on my last day of staycation. And I think I wore myself out. Look at that. Little sparklies in there. So, yeah. And if I go home and take a nap now, I won't be able to sleep in tomorrow's work. So, bleh. Okay. I think this is all I'm going to say for now. I sure hope this is carnelian. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. I have no idea what that view is going to be like. We'll see. I love this place. Oopsie. Whoopsie. Whee! Few ruts here and there. I have my phone on a holder and look what good it does. None. I do better when I hold the phone with my hands and drive, don't I? Okay. Yes, I know my seatbelt. Just in case, right? Don't worry, I always wear my seatbelt everywhere but here. Even usually here in Green Ridge, but boy, like on this kind of road, well, in the Jeep I always did because I was scared I was gonna fall off the edge on the worst trails. Boy. Beautiful. Come on, retirement. I want to spend my days puttering around every day. Queen Anne's lace is out. I love Queen Anne's lace. Reminds me of my grandpa. Oops. Okay, I'm gonna shut the phone off. There's a truck up here and my phone holder is stupid, so see you guys. This one's looks like a little piece of salmon with the skin still on. Isn't that funny? Spot! I cannot do this with you pawing me and pulling my hair. He's so glad I'm home. Rat terriers. Little land sharks. Yeah, little land shark. I'll be glad when he grows out of this stage.